Aries, it's your girl Merce, the Big Body Benz. Run tell them, the Big Body High Priestess, somebody come see this. I popped in to see what's good with you, Aries. Um, to get your solar eclipse message to you. Let's just pray. Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angel, spirit guide, spirit animal, source sky universe, please allow me to tap in with my Aries, sun, moon, rising, and north node to see what messages you have for them for the rest of October and for the solar eclipse. For the solar eclipse, spirit. Please protect the space from any negative energies and only allow energies of love and light to enter. I say thank you, spirit. Have you on the running low battery? I feel like trying to start something, begin something, already on E, already depleted. Somebody goes to their shift, you go to work already on E. You haven't rested from the night before, you haven't rested from the work that you've done, or you go from one job to another, or you're about to go in for another round, another cycle. Have you on this energy of someone knowing that they're about to go in for another cycle? They've signed on for something because they didn't break the cycle. They didn't learn the lesson. That energy, but being completely depleted in a real way. Your commitment is being tested. Okay, Aries. I skipped it. As you come in, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here. Share this video with someone that you love. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, send me a love donation, follow me on any other platform, or subscribe to my Patreon. Yeah, so boom. Your commitment is being tested. Okay? With conclusions are within reach out here in reverse. So I just feel like it ain't over. Something ain't over, this being up to you. If you want it, you may feel bleak in a way, or you give up on something, or literally the hard work hasn't even begun. Your commitment being tested. Some of you think that you have you good, you there was an obstacle, or there was something that you had to achieve, or you had a goal. You reached that goal. I wanted this, I wanted to do this, I wanted to purchase this, I wanted to invest in myself, I wanted to expand, I wanted to start my business, or whatever the hell it is that you wanted to do. You may have done that. You may have made the first step. You may have made some strides in some ways, and thinking that you were really challenged, or it was really hard, or that's as hard as it's going to get. No, it's about to get a whole lot harder. Your commitment is being tested to something that you say that you want. Heavy on the being turned down, being denied, access denied. You not being able to understand that, not doing well with someone telling you no. Someone may flat out tell you no, pisses you off, or the fact that they just don't give you what you want. Okay, what are you gonna do about it? And I feel like your approach is the problem. Trying to demand something, or manipulate, someone into giving you what you want, bully someone into giving you what you want. Ice them out. Heavy on the manipulation of and the silent treatment. A lot of narky energy around here. And I feel like you'll know if you bring it up. You'll know if someone brings it up and you get real triggered by them calling you a fucking narc. Or say that you're displaying narcissistic tendencies, or this is you or someone else. But that's not what I said, right? Conclusions are within reach out here, in reverse. Period. Just feel like something isn't over. You didn't allow it to be over. You didn't get the closure that you need. I feel like something is over. You just ain't telling yourself that it is, or you don't honor it. Heavy on we are in the season of the dead. Someone honoring the dead, or mourning. You haven't allowed yourself to mourn. You haven't gone through the 5 stages of grief over losing someone, over a disconnection. Someone could have actually passed away. I'm sorry for your loss. You're not allowing yourself to grieve. You haven't started your stages of grief, but also for others of you, not making peace with something that's completely over. It just is. Telling yourself that it's going to come back around, it's going to spin the block, right? So I want to pull on a little more specifically love. What's love looking like for you right now with this energy, and professionally, but also you. What's going on with you, or what you need to know? Okay, I guess I'll start with love. Past life relationship is out here. Flirt with retreat out here in reverse. I feel like wanting to connect with or flirt with someone that you may have ghosted in the past, someone that you may have been really close with, you know, or you keep I just feel like you punish someone, or you ice them out, or you give them the cold shoulder, you give them the silent treatment, you blow up on them, and then you give them the silent treatment. And then and you regret it, but more and more time goes on, you can't do nothing. You so stubborn, you can't do nothing but stick to your guns, or then that energy, you can't do anything but stick to your guns. But I feel like it's killing you inside. It being a lot harder for you to stay strong the way that you want to, you know. I feel like even if it has nothing to do with this person, or you don't go back to this person and you're done with this, you need to learn from the way that you showed up. Past life connection, you need to look back at it and make sure that you've learned from what you've done when you move forward and you want to flirt with someone else, that energy. Or if you want to connect to someone, make the fucking effort. But I just feel like a lot of you, when you like someone a whole lot, you isolate, or you retreat, or when someone in your feelings in some way, when it comes to someone that you love, feel like you get real cold with them, you disappear, you go into hermit mode. Separation, you force a separation on y'all that's not even I just feel like isn't natural. You force separation. You force separation with someone that you force separation with someone that you're actually really compatible with, you actually have a whole lot of chemistry with, or someone that it's worth moving through, talking, communicating in a healthy, beautiful, safe way, respectful way, because you value the connection enough to do so. That energy, rather than retreating. Can you go? Because I'm on live and Grandma's on speaking. Go out of here, y'all. I feel like the Empress is really loud. The mother is really loud. Someone's mother is really harsh. Someone's mother is really, really loud, really harsh. Scorpio season is really loud. In a real way. I feel like it's off-putting, or the sound of someone calling you, or someone's mother, the Empress, your baby's mother, your wife, or the sound of someone's, or this is your voice, the sound of your voice is super off-putting to whoever you're dealing with. You literally disturb their nervous system. Someone's nervous system gets completely frazzled just hearing you speak. Or this is you when you hear someone's voice, what they have to say. Someone's loud, they're on speaker, voice notes even. To go where? I guess. Everyone getting dragged into doing shit you don't want to fucking do. That energy. Saying yes to shit you don't want to say yes to. Because you don't want to upset anyone else, or you being tired, or you got other plans, you got other things you'd rather be doing. That energy. But I feel like it's important to show up for the people that you love, or those people will be there for you when you need them. So you gotta be there for them. A lot of doing shit you don't want to fucking do. Is that what I said? A lot of doing shit you don't want to do, agreeing to do shit that you don't want to do. Not even liking the people that you do it for. That energy. Some of you, there's a Scorpio around. In a real way. But I said what I said. Professionally, I just feel like wanting to leave. I'm tired of doing something. Tired of the daily routine. Is tired. You don't like to get locked into doing the same thing over and over and over again. Some of you locked yourself into something where you have to show up the same fucking way over and over again, or you have been showing up the same way, to the same job for a really long time, where it's the same routine. The monotonous, is that how you say it? Monotonous routine over and over and over again. I feel like you're super emotional. You're really in your feelings. I feel like having this energy of shit being beneath you, the shit that you have to deal with. I feel like having to put a cap on certain fucking emotional outbursts. If you're gonna want to have an emotional outburst at work, people really don't know how you feel. It being really hard for you to, you know, if I tell you what it is that I think, some of you have customers or clients, you're gonna get a customer or client that's you don't like so much, or doesn't like you, or is picky in some fucking way, or rude, or it's giving Karen energy in a real way. Excuse me, what did you just say? It said it's gonna be $10. That energy out here says it's gonna be 100. Some it being really absurd, or someone being really taken back what it is that you say, you can't handle it. You get really emotional. I feel like being on your high horse somehow, or how dare you critique me? You can't handle fucking critique. Your shit is imperfect. It's imperfect. If it needs improvement, it needs improvement. I feel like wanting to intimidate people into not saying anything to you because you're really fucking fragile. Your ego is. I feel like someone doesn't give a fuck about that part. Or you work in a field, people really don't give a fuck, especially if they have to fucking pay you. That energy. Especially if they have to pay you. Anyway, when it comes to you, growth out here, I feel like you're growing, but I also legit pulled this card and her grow the fuck up, Aries. 11:23 on the clock, progression, move on. It's time to grow up. Some of you are really adults out here operating as your inner child. I'm not here to argue with you. I said what I said, but not in a good way. Your wounded inner child, not your happy, healed, free inner child, thriving inner child, but your wounded inner child. You need to look at this if this is you, but I said what I said, right? Growth. Pay attention to what's growing on you. Heavy on the earth magic. Some of you really watch someone grow so much because of their how strong their earth magic is, how they tend to plants. You may need to do this maybe indoor growing, but I also really feel like you have to nurture things. You have to see things through. You can't just plant a seed. You have to nurture it if you want it to grow. You have to tend to it, I feel like you need to deep dive into your magic more, into the occult more, surrender to the divine, surrender to what you can't see, surrender to the tide, and a lot of reflection out here. A lot of reflecting out here, needing to look at yourself and how you show up, the things that you've done in the past, make peace with certain things, honor where you can't control certain things, where you can't make certain people fuck with you, forgive you, come back, move first, say I'm sorry, that energy. You can't make anyone do anything that you want them to do, and no one, just like no one can make you do what they want you to do. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. No one can make you do what they want you to do, but I feel like someone else has moved on from trying, and you're still trying to make other people bend to your will, and doing it in a really destructive way, a really a manipulative and abusive way for some of you, or you're allowing someone to do this to you under someone's thumb. For some of you dealing with a Gemini, there's a Gemini around. Crazy. A Gemini is giving masculine energy, yet real feminine, overly emotional masculine, overly emotional man. Or this is you, and the Gemini is dealing with you, or you dealing with the fucking manipulative ass Gemini woman. Or literally who maybe want to be feminine but has to fucking be more masculine as well to protect themselves somehow. Pleasure out here in reverse. Some of you masturbate, actually really have you on the chronic masturbation, masturbate a whole lot. Some of you have a whole partner, yet you're not having sex with your partner, you're just pleasuring yourself. That energy. But I just feel like with intention, or this could be low vibration, or watching things you shouldn't be, or thinking about things and people that you shouldn't be. I also feel like watching someone, or forcing something about this, not forcing but manipulating someone into doing what you want them to do, bending to your wills, giving mind control, incriminating themselves, put on a show for you, then be the ones to do it. They go first. I just feel like there's something about having a feminine energy out here disrespecting herself. 14:44 on the clock. They need to protect herself from that. If this is you, okay, or you have the divine feminine out here disrespecting herself, doing shit she ain't supposed to be. This could be sending you nudes, you know, having sex in weird places. Not that there's anything wrong with those things, but I feel like it is when it's by someone who doesn't respect you. That's the problem. You don't really respect her. You know, it's it being about to see if you can get her to do it. But this is someone doing this to you. Watch who you're dealing with at this time. When you need to forgive yourself for when you did this to certain people, or literally, you beating yourself up about how you did this to somebody, but they ain't beating themselves up about where they let you do it to them anymore. They've healed, they moved on from it in a real way. You should try, or you should try it, or the other way around. You know, I feel like we need to learn more about astrology, share more about astrology, but I feel like grow up, be serious. Some of you come from a real biased perspective. For I guess for those of you who know astrology, you real biased in some way, or you put you. There's a lot of projecting when it comes. I don't even know. There's a lot of projecting when it comes to how you teach astrology, share astrology, talk about astrology, the perspective that you come from. Those of you know nothing about it and you need to learn. Either way, both of y'all, all of y'all need to grow up. But someone literally is not even look to the stars. Look to the stars. Some of you are surrounded by celebrities, or literally you'll only have to see someone. You'll only be able to see someone in your dreams, or you're only going to be able to see someone from a distance as a spectator watching them take off, because you're not meant to have them in your life. That energy. I'm leaving it there. I love you. It's your girl, Mercy, the Big Body Benz. Run, tell them. The Big Body High Priestess. Somebody come see this. I want to say again, if anything you need to know about me is in the description box below. I love you. Peace.